All right, we're going to move along now to the AFC West. When we're going to start with the Kansas City Chiefs, who won the AFC last year with 10-6. They had a great start to the season. They have a lot of talent on offense, but they did lose one of the big pieces in Alex Smith. Well, gave away one of the big pieces in Alex Smith. And I'm just kind of wondering, was that a mistake? Are you guys buying into the Patrick Mahomes hype, Eric?
I am. I'm bought and sold. Drink the Kool-Aid. I think this kid is, for what they got for him, I think he is going to, I won't say set the world on fire, but he's going to set that division on fire. I think this is what Andy Reid wants. Think about it like this. In Andy Reid's time from, let's just say, from 99 till present, the type of quarterback that he's gone after has been a guy who's got an arm, but also a mobile quarterback. You have that now with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, to me, reminds me of early days of Donovan McNabb, and I'm excited to see what he's going to do because Andy Reid knows how to coach that type of quarterback. You've still got all the pieces on offense with Kareem Hunt, Travis Kelce. You can throw in Sharkhandrick West if you want to. But that defense is going to be the question mark for me. I don't know if Kansas City's defense is going to still have that same kind of power, that same kind of oomph that people used to be scared of.
Well, they did lose Marcus Peters, which
Yes.
was a huge thing to that
It
defense.
was.
I mean, Mahomes did have a great play last night. I don't believe in the preseason, but he aired it out about like an 80-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill, and it was pretty awesome, and I'm a believer now. But now, Tyreek Hill. But the Kareem Hunt is the other piece there. Kareem Hunt had a ton of all-purpose yards last year, but Spencer Ware is coming back. How is this going to affect his playing time? How is this going to affect his stats? Is Ware going to be riding the bench more? Chip, what do you think?
I think it's not going to affect him at all. He's the clear-cut number one. Spencer Ware is going to be behind Hunt. So he's still going to get a lot of opportunities each game. Touches for the run, obviously, going out into the pass game. So I don't think it affects him at all. If he gets injured, Spencer Ware will see an uptick, but he's going to tote the rock for them.
And they did bring in another piece in the offense this year in Sammy Watkins, who was highly touted out of Clemson. Never has really done anything. Now, they signed him. They give him a lot of money. Is he going to finally have this breakout season, Evan?
Honestly, no. I mean, this guy's had, 2 chances so far? This is now his third. I mean, Buffalo, then the L.A., and now he's with the Chiefs. And me and Chip talked about this before the show. He's not the focal point of that offense anymore. So will he have a breakout? No. Will he have a good season? Maybe. I'm not bought into the Patrick Mahomes train ride yet, just like Eric Wilson is. But, Patrick Mahomes has got an island of misfit toys. He's got so many pieces to play with. Sammy Watkins could be that guy, but you've got Tyreek Hill, you've got Kareem Hunt, you've also got Travis Kelce, you've got so many moving pieces around you. This could be a high-powered offense. I'm just not bought into the Patrick Mahomes train yet because he's a rookie. He can make rookie mistakes. I'm just not bought into it yet.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call him a rookie. I mean, listen, he sat behind Alex Smith last year.
What did Alex Smith mostly get you?
Oh, you're
Okay,
right.
all right,
Alex
then.
Smith mostly gets you field goals, but that could be the difference between him and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes might actually get you touchdowns because of the misfit toys that you spoke of. Not to mention you have one of the fastest running backs in the league right now in Kareem Hunt. You've got a powerhouse in Travis Kelce. So he has the playbook, I think, is going to be the thing. Can you mentally get this playbook to where you know and understand what's going on? And number two, can you look at these defenses and read these defenses? If he can do those two things, I think Kansas City has a great shot of winning this division and making a run in the postseason.
I mean, it is a pretty weak division itself if you think about it, but I think it could be the most interesting division with the other teams. And the next one we'll move on to was the 9-7 Chargers last year. And when I was doing my research, I was shocked to find these stats. My dad likes to say that Phillip Rivers is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL.
And that's why I love your father.
But, at 36 years old, he had over 4,000 yards last year, and he had only, 62 yards and 4 touchdowns behind Tom Brady, which was a really shocking stat to me. He's had almost 4,000 yards in every single season he's played. So is he going to have another 4,000-yard season?
He's a great fantasy guy, but as playing in the NFL, I'm sorry, Phillip Rivers does not get the job done. He's great for fantasy purposes because he'll get you what you need and possibly, win your fantasy league. But other than that, I can't hold a candle to him.
I'm going to have to disagree with Eric Wilson yet again because this is a very underrated
This is what you do, so
underrated
there's no shock.
quarterback. I think Phillip Rivers he's in the prime time of his career right now, even with the Cowboy Bowl right on his neck. the Chargers, I always say they come into nap time each year, especially the second half. But last year they really surprised me. And you got to remember, the first couple games they had, they lost because of a kicker. Kind of like another team locally called the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they lost because of a kicker. So you take those 2 or 3 wins, back to the Chargers side. They won the division. So with Phillip Rivers and the guys, and I think Melvin Gordon is such a underrated guy when it comes to being a running back.
That I will agree with
okay,
you on.
Thank you. Well, good.
Yes.
We can agree on something.
We agree on that.
I think Rivers and the Chargers are going to have a breakout season. They're going to be probably in the running for that division. They're going to compete with L.A. to be one of the top teams in that little city called L.A. Phillip Rivers, if you're in fantasy, draft him high. Draft him high as a QB. He's got Mike Williams.
So real quick,
there.
shout out to the Troublemakers, their fantasy league in the back. If you haven't drafted Melvin Gordon yet, make sure you pick him up. And if you need a fantasy quarterback, go ahead and take Phillip Rivers because he'll get you 4,000 yards.
And if you need a wide receiver, pick up Mike Williams too. So don't forget about Mike Williams.
Actually, I'm glad you guys brought up.
And Keenan Allen, of course. Yeah, Keenan Allen.
I'm glad you brought up Melvin Gordon. I think it's funny now that him and Todd Gurley are in L.A., they get confused. If they both walked in the door right now, I couldn't tell you who was who. So, Chip, Melvin Gordon's underrated. Todd Gurley's one of the best in the league. Who's going to have the better season?
I'm going to say Melvin Gordon. I think you have to see a little regression, I think, from Gurley. I mean, Gurley exploded, and I think it's only natural maybe he ticks back a little bit. But like you said, those are 2 of the best running backs in the NFL, both pass-catching threats, both, great runners, great speed, great vision. So I think both those guys are having a tremendous season. I think Melvin Gordon has a better opportunity to have a better season.
I'm excited. I like Melvin Gordon. I like to draft him. I just have like a soft spot in my heart for Melvin Gordon. So
wait, did he go to Ohio State?
No, he did not. But
okay,
another guy who
Wisconsin.
did go to Ohio State is Joey Bosa.
I was like, wait a minute. That's where I thought
A
your
nice
guy was
segue.
with the Chargers was Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa. He is an amazing defensive player. His rookie season, he had 10.5 sacks. Last year, he improved and had 12.5 sacks. So let's go with his average over under 11.5 sacks this year.
Over. Yeah.
Over.
He's like fine wine. He gets better with age. So I would even predict he might get 15 this year.
Defensive player of the year?
In the running, I think.
Yeah, in the running.
He's in the conversation. I mean, I can never bet against J.J. Watt, but then J.J. Watt, can't stay healthy. So, but Joey Bosa definitely top 3 in the conversation for defensive player of the year.
You all say over. I'm going to go under, just to stir the pot a little. I love the guy, but I mean, we all can't agree on everything here, right? So. And too bad Carl's hosting a fantasy draft back there because we do want to talk about his team, the Oakland Raiders, this is the last season we will be calling them the Oakland Raiders.
Carl, can you come up to talk about the Raiders? Can you come up to talk about the Raiders? Okay.
He says,
I actually have a bet with somebody, Carl, about that, just letting you know. One of my friends actually made that bet with me that the Oakland Raiders were going to win it all this year, and I had to look at him like he had 7 heads because I was like, you have got to be out of your mind.
Were they drunk?
He might have been.
Okay.
He might have been. Here's my thing when it comes to the Oakland Raiders. Listen, everybody in this Tampa Bay area has been privy to the whole Jon Gruden
Nope, not me.
experiment.
Nope, not
okay?
me. Nope.
He came in, he won y'all a Super Bowl, and
He
then
won a
what
Super
did he
Bowl
do?
with Tony Dungy's team.
He did.
Yes, he did.
But what happened? Okay, so then what happened after that? The man had maybe a couple good seasons, and then he left. Now, a decade since he's been a head coach, granted, he got the contract that he wanted. Now he's back with the team that he so loves, and everybody's just thinking, oh, this is the year for Oakland. Newsflash, there are 31 other teams in the NFL, and I'm sorry. Oakland, I don't even know if they're going to make it to the postseason this year.
Listen, Jon Gruden has been going around for the last 10 years watching other teams, watching other coaching quarterbacks, learning schemes, just studying. I think he's going to be a lot better than you think. You don't pay a man $100 million if you think he's just going to do an average job.
I mean, you got some old-ass running backs. I mean, you got, Marshawn Lynch, and you got Dougie Martin from the Tampa Bay Bucks. I think the biggest question for Oakland now is, are you going to get Khalil Mack to play for you this year?
Amen. When is that happening?
Are you going to sell your differences now? Are you going to give him a contract? Are you going to let him go? Because I've heard the Green Bay Packers are saying, we would love to trade for him.
Anybody would love to trade for him, right? And
yeah, I'll throw our name in the mix. We can definitely
Speaking
get
of the Green Bay
Khalil Mack.
Packers, Oakland does have a former Green Bay Packer, Jordy Nelson, coming off of his worst season. Granted, Aaron Rodgers was hurt last year. Chip, how's he going to fare with David Carr in Oakland?
He's got to build some chemistry with Carr. I think he'll be a good red zone option. I think he's going to have a better season, hopefully, than last year. But he'll bring stability to a lot of younger receivers that are there and a good veteran presence. So I think he'll do all right.
Who's going to have the better season, Cooper or Nelson?
Cooper.
Cooper.
You think he's going to be able to hold on to the ball?
Well, yeah, very true. But now here's a name that
Just
we
give him
haven't
some
even
stick 'em.
talked about. What about Martavius Bryant coming over? Can he handle being a part of that mix? Will they use him in the slot, or will he still
Isn't
be
he
an
the one who
outside?
likes to smoke a lot of weed?
Yeah, remember, California, you can smoke weed legally now, so that's okay.
So, he'll just come to the games a little
Yeah.
high.
You get high, you get high scores.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
All right, and then moving on to the outstanding 5-11 Denver Broncos. Do they have any shot at winning this division?
Yes, I think they do.
Really?
I think with the improvement that they made on quarterback with Case Keenum, they've got a stud in the making, Royce Freeman, as a running back in the draft. I think this is going to be an improved team this year. This is Vance Joseph's last chance. I mean, he's got to put up or shove it as coach with the Denver Broncos. They've got so much talent on offense and defense. I think the Broncos will be a little bit more competitive this year than last year, but not to win it all, but I think they're going to be a better team than last year.
Well, they do have a good new defensive player in Bradley Chubb playing opposite of Von Miller there. People are saying he can sniff that rookie sack record at 14.5 rookie sacks. Chip, is he doing it?
I don't think he's going to do it. I think he has the opportunity to have a great season with Von Miller on the other side. They have some other really good pieces, but I think it takes time in the NFL to really get a number like that and to figure things out defensively, scheme-wise. So I think he'll have a great year. I don't think he'll go over 14.5 or hit 14.5 sacks.
And they had 5 wins last year. Eric, how many wins are they going to have for Vance Joseph to keep his job?
Well, for Vance to keep his job, they've got to have at least 8 or more. I'll give them the nod and say they go 8-8 to show the improvement and to show that Case Keenum needs more time with his receivers and his running backs, and that defense needs more time to get together. So I'll take him at 8-8, and Vance Joseph keeps his job.
All right, before we go to break, I want to just get you guys' over and under. Kansas City, 10 wins.
I say over.
I say neutral, right at 10.
Under.
LA Chargers, 9.
Under.
Same.
Over.
Oakland Raiders, 6.
Under.
Same.
Denver
All right, Carl, I said 5. So.
Denver Broncos, 5.
Over.
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 All right. Well,